Going to try and see if I can correct. Can I correct the brightness? That's pretty bright. Get the contrast. Contrast is not bad. Contrast is not bad. What about some light? Can I get any light? Is that good light? Can you see me? Hold on a second. Let me fix the contrast. No. Too much light. Brightness. You can barely see me, eh? I have to be, thank God I think I can add 1 to 9, right? Because if I didn't add 1 to 9, couldn't do any of this. Just white balance. I don't know. It's funny with all these colors. What's going on? You see, light is just so important. See, this is 6,500 kelvins. This is the way we would all be seeing things right now. This is the way we would all be seeing things right now. In fact, I'm wondering if I can send this stream to somebody. Copy and send the stream. Send the stream. No, here. I'm going to do another one. Reply. Now I'm really nervous. I just sent this to somebody that I know, so it's like going to make me nervous right now. Yeah, I don't remember what the title was. I'm going to have to look up. I want to see what the title was to this video. Let's see what the title is for a second. Oh, no. Okay, send out the wrong email somehow. Wow, disregard. Okay, let me get to where I was going with this. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust the color. I don't like to be alone. I don't want to be alone. Okay, let me go back to this auto whiting here. Okay. I have no idea where I'm going to start. No idea. No idea. The big lie. Why lie? Why lie? Why lie? Don't know. Why do people lie? People are afraid you won't be their friends. Why do people lie? People will be afraid you won't be your friends. The truth. The truth. 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 I'm just came on just to talk right now. I'm trying to line up. Just trying to line up. And you know what's funny? I was listening to I think it was Tom Numbers, and he mentioned Trump, and I really never put Trump in the equation. I didn't want to jump into that and start doing things with Trump. But although if you do go back 6 or 7 videos ago, I reposted a video I did in 2016 talking about Trump. Well, didn't say very much. I was making some numeric jokes. Anyways, the word is numeric 88. It is the constellation, or the word Pegasus. It is in the constellation of 7286, win a big red sun of the house planet. The game of cards, arts and entertainment. They talk about the Big Mac or AMC as the CAM, as the theater, as in GameStop, as in arts and entertainment, creation through home. Mars, Earth, the energy, the flow of energy, which comes in HO in home, 3 and 5. My door open? 3 and 5 equals to 8. 3 times 5 equals to 15 plus 8 equals to 23. Home. Just the HO coming together, how we create the HO. H and O number 23. Also, the H is the 8th letter. The O is the 15th letter. 1 and 5 equals to 6. That is the division of the 7th gate through the heavens. Increasing and decreasing your point values. See here, I have the pentagon. Is that what you call it? The pentagram? I don't know the names. I just know it's got 5 points, right? Which shows me, I'll show you in a second. And in these 5 points, I made 2 of them. You have a total of 10. So there are 8 on the outside and 2 on the inside. The cycle, okay, of man, 28. There are others. Who is man? 7 times 4. It seems like when it's the multiple to equal to 28, this is a representation of the queen. And the reason I'm going to say it is the multiple sign. I like to use a representation as the queen. The king is an 8 star. So the king is the addition and the multiplication, where the queen is only the multiplication because of the movements she can take. So when this comes to note in your star system, I'm not sure if I'm going to go 8 times something, right? The greatest number, I just have to jump off of something and come back, of your 9 birth is the center core. There are only 8 surround 1. 8 surrounds 1. I mean, the keyboard, the ATM, your telephone, calculators, etc. That's what it is. So there is really no 9. And the thing is, in the alphabet, A1 through Z8, although it's the 26th letter, it's 2 and 6, 8. And at the same time, if you do the star system math through the king and the queen, in which the king and the queen in the deck of cards is the 12th and the 13th card. Wait a second, we can change everything. We can remove the ace and put it over here. And now we're going to reduce the king to the 12th card. And we're going to reduce this to the 11th card. So an ace comes on top. And that's, in this game, this is the game, okay, of war. This is one of the games of war. Because in the game of war, the ace picks up all the cards. That means the lowest card is the 2 in the deck. So if you go the lowest card, low 2, high ace, you got 1 and 2. At the same time, you just don't have 1 and 2 as being the 2 low and the 1 high, right? You now have the cycle of man to the spirit and the birth through Venus. Star system calculations. Okay? Even this multiplication over here is going to come into the E world, showing female. The high 8, that is where your Z is. So because your 9 plays from an inside roll. AENI. Look at that. See the way they come together, the 2 cubes? And this one ends up inside the house, and this one ends up inside the house. What you had is 4 and 4, 8. You now have 3 and 3, 6, and 2 inside. 2 and 6 right over here, the explanation over here. So when you have 2 and 6, you're talking about the queen, you're talking about the card, you're talking about creation of 3 and 8. 2 times 6, 12. Okay, 2 plus 6 equals 8. 1 and 2 equals 3. We now have 38. We now have the queen with the flowers. We have electric company that's going to be created from this. Hold on a second. I was checking a message. Smile because you know the difference. Smile because you know the difference. And it's just so silly. Even though it's silly sad, and more sad than silly, it really is silly because you're just too smart. Take it, believe it, because it's true. I'm not telling you this to butter you up. You're just too smart. You know too much. Yeah, what's up?
What do you want to know about the girl?
Okay, I have to, I'm going to put my video on pause. No, what happened is she shows up at the shop, right? And she says, I was looking, she came around before she left because she didn't see where I was working, right? So she gave me a big hug, I gave her a big hug, and then she told me a little story that I decided to go to the festival that I was invited to a festival, the one with her group and her buddies and these groups, they do a raising of money in the house. She says, oh, don't go, it's going to be dangerous, it's not our territory. They're sort of like a biker group slash whatever, helping people out, anyways, whatever it is. Don't go, the girls aren't going, I'm not going, you know. And anyway, she ends up going, right? I had a funny feeling she didn't want me there because all the guys are there from the shit. So anyway, she gives me a hug. She says, you know what? I didn't answer the phone on the weekend. She says, I forgot my phone in the car. And I took my car and drove it to my friend's house in St. Eustache. I parked it there. I forgot my phone in the car. Whole fucking thing is, because I passed by her house on the weekend. She was around the corner from the shop. I passed by her house Saturday, Sunday, and her car was in the parking lot. Yeah, she's lying. She's lying. That's not it. The question is, do I text her and just say, you know, your car was in the parking lot, why didn't you tell me you parked your car at the... Oh, because if I said that to her, she would feel like shit. But she lied to me. She lied to me. I mean, I know she's going to fight me up again. Because I don't like to be lied to. Don't tell me a lie. Absolutely, she doesn't. And everybody is shocked. You know what they said about her? Because she says, oh, where's Ronnie? Where's Ronnie? She ran right, and after she left, they all came to me, oh, what went on? You weren't there last week for 3 days. Oh, you must have went to visit her. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? We have a special relationship together, and it's been pretty honest. I knew from the beginning that she's like fucked up. Anyways, everybody tells me she's a compulsive liar. She doesn't tell any of the truth to anybody. She makes up stories. Anyways, whatever it is, there's too much noise there, and I was in the middle of a video, so I'll speak to you another time. I'm going to say something to her when the time comes, when it's voice to voice. But I don't care. I have nothing to lose. I want to confront somebody. I don't want to be somebody telling me lies. But no, that's not. I don't care. My thing is next time I speak to her on the phone, not typing, only on the phone. And it's just, I just want to tell her, listen. I said, you know, sometimes ABC, we're friends together, this and that. I said, you don't have to hide it. And I says, everything's cool. I said, you don't need nothing. No, I said, you told me your car was in that. You were gone with your car. Your car was in the parking lot the whole weekend. And I did, and the next thing I'd say, so how's it going? And I just blow it off. Oh, I like that. Oh, she's been, listen, I know her for 6 months, so. Because this is the first time I saw this lie, and they don't see the same way. They don't think like her, so they just think whatever. I'm not involved. Can I say something? Can I say something? If you have nothing to do during the week or on the weekend, and you want to do something, you use the same situation as they would use on you. You're using on them. That's all. As long as I don't get in any trouble, you know what I'm saying? As long as I don't get in any trouble. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, I'll speak to you later tomorrow. Ciao. Bye. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh my God. I walked away and everybody's saying, where did he go? Where did he go? I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry that I was gone. I'm very sorry. So we're going to get back to what I was talking about over here. We were all the way down here, and I'm not sure if you just stepped in what all this is. As you know, if you're a chess player or a checkers player, you know how many moves you can make with the king. The king is a possibility of going in 8 directions from a center position, although his back is up against the wall, held in by the pawns or protected by the pawns, but we're not going to get into that. Our alphabet is 1 through 8, leaving the 9th one in the center, running the clock of time to the 8th heaven. Venus is number 81, 9 by 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. That is resident angel, Ra. It comes in the H family. It is the silent H, pronounced by the French, the silent H. And if you want, we can just say Harris, Sarah Harris, like Harris Casinos, Casinos of Mars, made from man. So anyways, this is our alphabet A through Z. Even though our alphabet goes A and then I is 9, but once you fall on 9, okay, right, your 9 is now a stripe. You have now been striped, and here's your stripe all around the 9. 8 and 1, 9, where the number marks the spot. Where else was I with this? So I was just putting together some, trying to look at things at a different angle. This can come together as a block. Do you see the dimension in here? I'm not sure if you can see this dimension. Just give me a second. Oh boy, I'm looking for something. Looking, can't find it. Don't know what happened. Just give me a second. Okay. Anyways, this one over here is 2 squares. There are 8 dots, but in the 8 dots, there are only 7 dots because of the joint over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 3, 1, 3 dots. Thinking about connecting to the moon. 31, 13, 31, 13, 31, 13, 57, 75. The orphan children of 555, 14. Creation of 5 and 9, 14. That is the stripe, the 14 around the cube. So here is your understanding of your 7th gate. And you have to understand when this is here, we're not looking here. It's either this 8 or this 8. There are 2 of them. It's multiple dimensions. This is the height, this is the low, and these ones are in between. You see the way I give this piece over here? I don't know if you can see it, how it comes to, it's on 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, 3 levels. Just like the Star of David, okay, is actually, the Star of David is actually, I'm just trying to think, I'm just trying to, I think that's what the Star of David looks like, and I'm not really sure, just not really sure how to show you the dimensions. Is it this? Is that the dimension, or is that the dimension? I'm just trying to figure something out here. No, I can't create it, but there's 3 walls that will create the Star of David. So over here, we have 8 dots equaling to 7, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, and these are all in the center. And if you take a look, we'll end up with one part, 2 parts, 2 pyramids, one above the other. And this will also create the Star of David. So what are we going to take from the understanding of this? And don't forget, I'm still missing here and here. 2 between 2, or is it 1 between 2? The addition sign, look what the X does, and look what the addition will do when counting the structures of the pyramids. These straight addition signs are going to show the center of the pyramid, when the X part is going to show the extremity of the pyramid. I'm not sure what they're trying to say in this. Here we have the pentagram. It's a 5 and 5, and we turn the 5 and 5 into a 4 and 4. And then inside over here, what do you want to call it? A 0.5 inside the center. 78 and 78, which is the gateway 17Q, created by 52 or 25. Okay. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 is 10, and 7, 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. When you have 2 of them, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. We're talking about the moon. 88, Trump, to 77, Christ. 7 and 8, 15, 7 and 8, 15. 7 times 8, 56, and 56. It equals to 41. It equals to 71. The addition and the subtraction. And when you have addition and subtraction, if you split up this square, you're going to have, oh, in fact, there's more pyramids here. Just thinking about it. That's right. So this is 71, which will recreate the number again. Mars to the student of creation of the DNA, 5 times 6, 5 plus 6, 30 and 11, 41. But this addition over here is from this number and this number. This minus this equals this. Now, at the end, if you want to total it, it'll equal to 149 if the new addition is added to the old addition, 78. 7 by 8, 56, and 15. Add the 78. By the way, if you add up 1 to 12, it is the queen. So it is the female, the heaven's gate. So the next one becomes the male. And the next one is number 13 added to this, which equals to 91. And that is the king, the 13th card in the deck. Unless you're starting from the 2 card in Casino War. This is what the moon, this is what will create mathematically electric company, okay, and creation through the hoop, alpha, beta, 1 and 2, the high sky. Remember, 1 and 2 is part of the birth of the heavens. Here's your 8. Your 8 is all around here. Here's your 8. The value of this is 25 on the outside, 25. So I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit better. The value over here, okay, is 50. The value over here is 25. 50 and 25. That equals to 75. But every time you have a 0, you must add 6. That's just the way it goes. You add 6. 0 equals the 15th letter. 1 and 5 is 6. Although you have a total of 8, okay, there are 2 spaces that belong cut off at all times. The same way they block in the game of craps, the 12, I block it here because when you turn the dice around, okay, you will have a 6 with the opposite 1. And then in order to fill in all the spaces, I only can do it this way. That's the only way to do it. I cannot fill in these spaces no matter how hard I try. I got 4. I got 5. I got 3. I got 2. I got 1. And I got 6. But I never have these two fields on any side. The only way to get field is if I have 2 of them doing this, rocking. First it's an H, now it's an I. Then it's an H, then it's an I. But what if it's this way? What if it's this way? I'm just trying to understand what we can do with this. So let's set this aside. This is now the moon. 50. I keep forgetting what 50 is. I just don't remember. Oh yes, that 50 is your birth right there, which becomes 56. It becomes the student. It becomes the 6 of who you are. The one spirit of the 6 light. The one spirit of the half-life. 9 and 8, the reverse is your 10, 10. The reverse is your 11. And there's so many things. I mean, I started with 88. And the reverse of 88 is 66. The reverse cube of 88. But 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. We have 8 times 8, 64, and 16, which creates 1 and 7. And it is showing you in his name mathematically that Trump is Q. 1 and 7. Q is created by Earth's heart. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 10, equals to 7, 0, 7. It is J and it is G, Jack, God. Also at the same time, if you want to look it around, you can play with it. It's A, B, C, D that creates J. G, the 7th gate. I don't want to get into the 7th gateway yet. I created something here and I lost myself in it. It happens to be, where is that mathematics here? Because 7 times 7 times 7 is CDC. It's also 343. Here is 343 CDC through the moon. The mathematics, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, in which AC will create DC, in which A creates the DC to the left and to the right, and the star system passes over here. Right over here. The addition and the multiplication of 3, 1, 3. Forget about the 3. It now becomes 3 by 3, 3 plus 3. Now becomes 6, 9 in rotation. 9 and 6. And I'm going to just for the fun of it, I want to see something. As 9. What if I did that and did that as 6? Let's see what that looks like. No, that is no good. That's no good. It has to be here, the 6. 6 has to be here. So maybe the 9 should have been here. I'd like to erase that, but I'm not sure if I could. Wow, maybe I'll use a different color. I'm not sure I can do that. Let me erase it. I don't like to do this. I really, really don't. I really don't. But you do notice the 8 that separates, and you can only pass through the heart. So we're going to call this. Okay, we're going to do this whole thing again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a marker into this. Is this good? Okay, since we're going to use this pyramid here, I'm going to come here and just use this one out here. And no, that's no good because my 9 can't come out that way. If that's my 9, I would need my 6 here, but then my 6 would come out here. So we're just going to forget about this design. It's not going to do what I want it to do, but I will tell you, I did find something. This has to do with Mars, okay? And it's also the baseball, because that's the way the baseball is created. It looks like a staircase deep down. I'm just trying to see if there's a horizon in it. Don't forget, I do these videos for myself. I question myself. I look at it myself, and I go live because just in case anybody wants to see what I'm doing tonight, this is what I'm doing. There's so many things, and there's some pieces that others were working on. And like I wanted to say with number 12, with number the cycle, and I'm going to just change everything and explain something to number 38. Gold, 38. In French, it's or, and it's a value of 33. This is rotation of 9 and 6. This is a rotation of the 24-hour day of creation, 11. 3 and 8, 11. 3 by 8, 24 equals to 35. And 13 minus and plus equals to 54, the sun. And 15, Mars, or the letter O, or O, sun, or O, day. This is the fourth and fifth letter. Here's the fourth and fifth letter. It's created by N, the 14th letter. 1 and 4. Should I say 14 or should I say A, B, C, D plus D? This is a 14 that comes together. What is it telling me? Is it telling me 9 and 5 equals to 14? 8 and 6 equals to 14? 7 and 7 equals to 14? And this is the separation of the seventh gate in the game of craps, because this is the cube world. 6, if you want to go around and check on the dice, 4 and 6 is 10, and 3 is 13. The next one is 1, 14. And no matter which way you turn it, it's going to show you 14. 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. And all these have mathematical equations telling a story, but you only have to do 2 of them, because the other ones are pretty simple. The other one to this is Mars. That's right. You got the card game going. You got the card. Third. The money is first. The opponent is second. And then the win is fourth. And it comes to the third person, who is now first because they have the money. If I remember correctly, money is 72. First is 72. Third this way is 21. And third this way is 28. And 29, 28, and 27. I always make that mistake. And THIR and 4 equals to what? 59, 55, 59, 28, and 27, 55 equals to 59. I think I've made mistakes with this one before. So what you see, what happens is A, B, C, D, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6, and plus 4, when it's all over, equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1, and now you found number 1, and 1 was money. So that's out of the way, right? Hold on a second. I think I see some comments coming in from, it's 9:45. Yes, it was 9:45. Resizing to get to 360. Since we run everything by 360, since this is 3 by 3 blocks, and in each block you have 4 area spaces, you have 3, 4, 3. 7 times 7 times 7 equals to 343. And that plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, 343 equals to 21. This is the cube. This is your DC spirit, 38. Because 3 by 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7 equals to 19. It happens twice. 19 and 19 is 38. But not only is it 38, it's also 29 to birth. Ciel, birth of the French sky. 3, 12, 5, 17, 29. The black sky, 29. Yellow, 92. And this is hurting. I don't know if anybody wants to be disgusted, but while I'm holding my camera, my thumb is bleeding now. I hit my finger with a hammer yesterday, and that's the result. Oh, no one's disgusted. And that's it. Okay, I guess I'll hold it with other fingers. So this is your basic block. This, I'd like to say, is the Earth-Mars block, Mars runs in packs of 4s. Earth has to be a total of 9 areas. So it's Earth formation running with packages, because the original size of this, if I needed to reduce this, the only way to reduce this one size is right over here. The smallest of all sizes to Mars is right over here. So I have to see with the sizes of these geometric shapes what goes in here and how it works. So one of the geometric shapes would be over here. Do you follow? And I have to understand it myself. Right now, I'm not really sure where I'm going with it, so I'm going to leave it alone. This is 33 mass. This is 22 life. Together, they create 55. In the spirit of 76, only because the wording goes together. Time reduction for Mars at 1.5. Okay. I'm not sure if I should begin by minusing 4 A, B, C, D from this, which is a total of 10. Minusing 4, I got 10, 4, and I'm really not sure. So I run 96 seconds. I lose 6 seconds, okay, for the cloud, for the stream, for the network. I should have wrote that separately because net is number 39 and work is 33, 43, 44, 54, 64. Work is 67. It's like streaming, and this is also reflective as water, liberty, and passage. Pass 55, sky 55, sky pass 110. There were 2 sky passes. That equals to 2 moons as the Twin Towers took a dive, and building number 7 was the explanation for opening up and stemming out and casting its spell and its magic wand as the last final lever was from gate 7, the building just below, just extending the numbers and putting them in different positions for different happenings around the world. So we get this reduction to 96. We take off 6 for who we are, and time runs at 90 seconds. Time runs at 90 minutes. Time runs 16 hours a day. And that's our greatest number. 7 and 8 is lost to the gateway. This is the gate, G7. It is lost to the gateway. And the birth is inside the house. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in creation of 44. 3 and 4 again, DC. 22, bust, monkey in blackjack. 33, mass, gold, the moon, rotation. Rotation because of the simple design. The percentage on the 5 key, you draw it out, you bring it down. And this is the smallest formation of 69. And inside of it, you can see that 8 drawn apart. And you know that's the minimum size. I can't even put a line in there. It's got depth inside of it. It's 2 by 1 depth, and it stretches over on an angle, so I don't know what that number is. Home, ME, Mars and Earth, HO, Electric Company, 8 and 15, 23, created by number 35. This in pool, the 13-ball stripe to the 5-ball is orange. The only way to make orange is to now introduce yellow, meaning the birth of 92. The only way to make it, in order to create the orange, and red, equaling to 27, 9/11. Anyways, getting a little bit tired. I'm not sure what else is next on my agenda for this piece. Reverse. So we were talking about number 16 and how we don't have to go fast past 16. Also, the French don't go past 16 either. They go says, they seize it. And they say says, stop. Even in pool, there's only 16 balls. The 9-ball, your birthplace from the center. The 7 and 8 are a gateway. It's a passageway in the void. They don't even exist. 5 is the energy. What is 4? What is 4 and 2? How is the communication working? Where do we need a cloud? Where can we store our information? Where is the network? How do we power up? Why do we not count the 7 and 8 void? Because we're counting the 7 and 8 void somewhere else. We're counting the 7 through creation of who you are, and the 8 through the cycle that we run, 8 and 2. Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Earth. This is what I assume because of the relationships in these numbers, according to your number pad, the ATM, the calculator, the cube, the deck of cards. Well, show me, show me. I've shown it plenty of times. I'll come back another day and show you something different. There's other things that are out there, concrete things that were put into the minds of our younger children that went to raw, W-A-R, raw, and what they were taught and different codes they were taught. I didn't finish this. I really didn't finish this one piece, and I want to go back to it. I was talking about the Trump 88, and when you work the 88 scale, if we put a third 8 to it, it's going to reduce. What happens with 8 and 1 is 1 builds up 1 at a time, while 8 is a reduction of 1 at a time. That 1 is the one centered to 8, talking about headquarters, because H8, Q17, 1 and 7, 8, Z 26, 2 and 6, 8, and that's headquarters. Now, where is headquarters? It's at the Gold Club. Headquarters is at the Gold Club, HQZ, and it's at the Gold Club, 8 and 17, and it is the doorway in 26. Why did I say the Gold Club? Because gold is 38, and club is 38. So I'm using the two words together. I end up with 67. I now end up with 1111. 22 to life at the Gold Club. This is turned into OR, and this is turned into, I think I got it this way, 38, 48, 58, 59, 60, 66. It is the passage through Jupiter, the division of 3, the matrix. Why? Because we can flip this upside down. This is in French to this. This is in French to this. And if you have a club, this is what you have as a club. Exclamation. 66 is a roadway, which is changed over to Highway 80. This will also create what will create Jesus. 36. Oh, no, sorry. It'll create the sun. I must have had something else on my mind. I must have made a mistake in some other place. This will be 48. This is the half sun of Pluto, the creation of day and night. That number 44 is what creates it. 44 reverse is 33. So if I double it up, 44 and 44, I get 88. If I double up its reverse, 33 and 33 mass is 66. This is 3, and that is your 7, and that is your DC creation. The single zero roulette. 21 and 10 equals to your 31 of man, which equals to 4 and 3 equaling to 12 and 7 equaling to 19. 19 is the spirit, and that's why we get C19. C19. I don't need to count this because that is created by this 313, and it's created by that not because of me, but because of 1 2 3 1 1 2 3, how this was created, the time clock. There's probably a whole lot more stuff that I was looking at. Blood, number 48 as well. Jesus. It's funny that football, right? 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 5 and 2 is 7. But the total of this is number 83. So I'm now going to call Gold Club with Jesus of time, which accelerates on the moon because the numeric value for the moon, number 57, is what will recreate. 5 times 7, 5 plus 7 equals 35, equals 12, equals 47. And this also is noted to be the spirit and as well Earth, Mars, the moon, tons of stuff, because 75 is 3/4 of something, and 3/4 of something is using 3 and 4. C divided by D. The same thing as the opposite of C separated The other side is D. But there's layers. There's 3 layers in this dice. I got to pass through 3 layers to get through here, depending on how you want to calculate this thing. 3 layers. 3 layers. So there in 3 layers, okay, I'm just going to count them this way. I'm going to have 9 on the top and 9 on the bottom. I'm going to have 3 layers. I'm going to have a total of 27. Now, I'm only going to count 8 because the other ones are going to be whole. So I'm going to have 24 and 3. And now if you're in the entry, you're out the exit. But by the time you get out the exit, your tail is sticking out. Your tail no longer sticks out when you get to level 4. But layers 1, 2, 3 does not stick out till you get to level 4. So you always got the candle burning. That's a pretty difficult thing to explain. Anyways, Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Neo Anderson, Passage. And I'm bleeding, so I'm going to have to stop. Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess it was a very bad bang. I didn't want to show that, but okay, putting out my own sympathy for myself. By the time most people watch this, because we're only one, thank you for being here, Admiral. Thank you very much. Have a good night.